Hi, Andrea here for Confidence Story, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install GTMsplit in your Google Tag Manager. So you start from coming on this page, confidencestory.com/gtmsplit/UI. To get the container, you have to click on this icon here. Now, if you are trying to update the container after you add experiments or modify experiments, you have to use this button over here. Okay, so these are two different things. In this video, we're talking about the first installation, not the update of the container that you have to do every time you modify an experiment. Okay, so this is the icon. This is where you get the installation container. You click on this and you get this pop-up. Now, please read carefully the entire text here. GTMsplit is free, but it has a license. So it's free for personal use, for business use. If you're an agency, consultant, freelancer, you can use it with your clients, but every one of them must come to download it from this site. Okay, that's the only condition. Once you read this, you click I understand, and then you download the container. And there you have it. Now we move to Tag Manager, and I want to show you, this is our Tag Manager, confidencestory.com. I want to show you that we have a bunch of tags, and right now GTMsplit is not installed in this container. So I'm going to install it with you. You click on admin, you then go to import container, and from here you choose the file you just downloaded. Then you click open. Make sure here you are writing this in an existing workspace. Sometimes you have here the choice between new and existing. Pick existing, click on default workspace, and then you click on merge. Not overwrite, otherwise it will overwrite the entire tag manager. You don't want that, you want to keep your existing configuration. So here I suggest you choose merge overwrite, because if you update the installation of GTMsplit with a new version, for example, this will overwrite the version you had before, okay? So this is safe because all our variables here are named differently from yours. So there's not gonna be a conflict unless you use GTMsplit in your variables, which you shouldn't. So, so no conflict, merge override is safe. Let's see what's going to be installed. Sorted by type. We're gonna make a folder, GTMsplit, and all these assets will live inside that folder. We have 3 tags, 4 triggers, and a number of variables. So add to workspace, and this completes the installation. Now here you see what has been installed. And I think there are 15 or 16 items. We can check that the folder has been made. Now these are my existing assets, and you see we have a folder, GTMsplit, with all these items inside. Now, quick word about documentation. We do have documentation. You find it as on confidencestory.com/docs/GTMsplit. And in this particular one, GTM Assets Overview, you find the documentation of every variable, trigger, and tag used in GTMsplit, okay? But I want to say that to use GTMsplit, you don't really need to understand how it works, okay? It's like any SaaS platform. You just use it, you don't necessarily understand the mechanics, but it works. So before I close this video, we need to make sure that the container is working. So we will preview it. And you have to do this in your installation. Click on preview. Then you input here the URL of your site and then connect. And all we want to do here is to check that there are no errors. So you see the site loaded in the preview. You can see here GTM debug. So we are in the preview. The tag assistant is connected, so the container works. I can click finish, or I can just close the window, and I can close the assistant, leave, and I'm back in Tag Manager. Now I go here, submit, and here I write GTM split. And now I will publish it. And now I have a GTMsplit inside Google Tag Manager. Now the next step is to go and configure the tracking. We have to create a tag to send the information about the experiments to GA4, and we'll do this in the next video. So that's all for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.